One of the most controversial topics involving eBay is promoted listings. Should you promote your listings? Should you not promote them? How much should you promote? Do you promote all your listings? Is it just a money grab for eBay to make more money? We're gonna do a deep dive in this today, and you need to hear this. Welcome to Flipping and Punching, and today we're gonna pull some eBay orders. We got a ton of orders to pull. We have like 30 eBay orders. We got a Macari order. We got some Whatnot Marketplace orders. I think we got Poshmark. We got a lot now, and so we're gonna pull all those, and we're gonna talk about promoted listings. Now, this is a very controversial subject because everyone has a very strong opinion on this. Some people think it's just a money grab by eBay. Some people are fed up with paying fees. Some people are okay with it if it gets some more sales. So we're gonna do a deep dive. We're gonna look at both sides of that today, and you should do that, especially at this time of year. You know, we'll pull 3 or 4 orders, and then we'll jump in that topic. First time we sold is a jean jacket. Here it is. This is actually from the Gap, which normally I probably wouldn't have bought. Gap jacket, really cool. This is definitely a warm jacket for someone. A while back, I bought a bunch of jackets off Death Pile Picker. I needed clothes to list at that point in time. I had my mother-in-law was helping me out. So I needed some clothes, and I bought a massive lot of like jackets he had. I paid like $300 for all the jackets, and we're gonna do really well on those. We'll probably make like, I don't know, double or triple our money at least on those. I just listed for $39.99, sent an offer I think for $34.99, buyer accepted. So I got $35 plus shipping. The buyer actually reached out to me. They're actually a viewer of the channel. Just listed a bunch of Disney pins on eBay, and they sent me an offer. They said, hey, would you make a deal for these 5 pins? Haunted Mansion, another Haunted Mansion, another Haunted Mansion, and then these e-tickets, one for Splash Mountain, one for Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm gonna say the total came out to somewhere around like $100 or something like that. It sent me an offer, said, hey, would you accept $72 on this? And I was like, yeah, if you're gonna buy multiple, I'm okay cutting deals on my Disney pins because my buy cost is so low. And I will take below market value on some of them if you're buying in bulk. And the buyer actually bought that jacket too, so why not? Once I process, I'm gonna combine that together. I'll issue them refund back for shipping, but we got $72 plus shipping, a total of $15 into those. So 15 into 72, I'll take that all day long. Next time we sold is a sports card. Now, when I went to the Highway 127 sale, me and American Arbitrage, Carrie, we drove to Lexington, Kentucky to go to the Kentucky Roadshow. If you guys don't know what that is, it's probably one of the coolest sports card shops I've ever been to. They almost have like a museum in there inside the store. We went down there, we were there for like probably a couple hours, bought a bunch of cards to flip on Whatnot and on eBay, and we just sold one. This is a Derrick Henry card. If you guys don't know, Derrick Henry is leading the NFL in rushing. We end up getting, I think, $11.99 plus shipping for this. Now, if you guys don't know, if you guys don't sell sports cards, postcards, stickers, or anything like that on eBay, anything under $20, you can actually ship through their standard envelope. I'll show you here what that is. This is what I use. Very thin. That's what they want. You can ship up to like 2 or 3 cards and top loaders in this. It has to be 3 ounces or less. You get a special shipping rate. So shipping for this is going to be either like 59 cents or like $1, somewhere in that ballpark, between 50 cents and $1. It's a good. That's how people sell sports cards so cheap on eBay if they're $20 and under. All right, next item we sold is a popcorn bucket filled with Disney pins. This came in my massive buy from last year. Had it up on eBay, I think for, I don't know, like $150. Buyer sent me an offer, and I accepted. It's really cool, made in California. It's from the Disney convention. It's a little popcorn bucket, and it comes with a bunch of pins inside of it. I think I had those listed for like, I don't know, $130, $140, somewhere in that ballpark. Buyer sent me an offer for like $95, and I took it. So I got $95 plus shipping. Like I said, guys, I'm willing to move some of my Disney pins. I'm just trying to recoup some of my money. I'm already in a profit for my buys from last year, so that's why I'm willing to cut deals for this stuff. We actually ran a Whatnot show last night, and I sold about 75 pins, I think for $650, and then I ended up putting a bunch of pins in my buy now. Now, I will tell you this, guys, if you guys do sell on Whatnot, make sure you guys are always loading your buy it now during your shows. Buyers can send you up to a 20% discount off the items. And it's a good way to promote your extra items in your buy it now, like don't want to run up an auction and make some additional income. Last night, I ended up selling I sold a single pin, and then I sold 5 other pins. I made a bundle deal for someone else for like an additional like $150. It does add up. So instead of me selling like $655 last night, I sold $805, which is a huge difference. I just filmed the whole thing about talking about promoted listings and didn't realize that I accidentally hit the time warp button on my camera. 2-3 minute rant literally is like 10 seconds long now. You're not officially a YouTuber unless you accidentally record your yard sales or record your video on time warp mode, or if you just thought you had your camera on and did a ton of stuff and realized your camera wasn't on. I've done that multiple times. It's like a rite of passage being a YouTuber. The most controversial thing on eBay is promoted listings. They are a necessary evil, unfortunately, for a lot of people. If you guys aren't familiar with what promoted listings are, you have an option to promote your listings, additional extra promotion on there. Minimum is 2%. You can go all the way up to as high as you want. When you sell something on eBay, they normally charge about a 13% fee. So when you do promote, it adds extra fees on top of that. So just say if you promoted 7%, now you're paying 20% in selling fees, just like you would in, like, say, a Poshmark. So for me, I do promote my listings. I try to stay around the 2 to 3% mark. I try to stay low. I try to price my items right around market value, but I do deal with a lot of high-end collectibles. Sometimes there's not a lot of comps and they're slow selling items because you have to find the right buyer for those, especially when we're dealing with like comic books or figurines, statues, cards, you know, especially when they're hundreds of dollars. This is a very controversial topic for a lot of people because people have a very strong opinion on it. And there's no right or wrong answer for this. But we're gonna sit here and debate kind of what is the best approach to do, especially with fourth quarter right here now. You wanna make sure that you're doing what's right for your business. Even though I do promote all my items because I figure getting more eyes on my items is gonna help boost my sales. You can actually go on eBay and look at your sales from promoted listings. And when I look at mine, a lot of my sales do come from promoted listings. Now, some could argue, would I still have those sales if I didn't do promoted listings? I would have to turn off my promotions to try to figure that out. At this point in time though, I do not want to do that because it's fourth quarter, Christmas is right around the corner, and I want to get as many sales as possible. Some people even boost their promoted listings during the holiday time because they want to try to boost additional sales, which is a smart thing, but you have to see what's best for you. But I think it really comes down to your type of business and the items that you are selling. At the end of the day, if you're selling clothes, that's a very competitive market. If you're selling like mall brand clothes, you're gonna have to promote your listings to get more eyes on because there's so much abundance of those items on eBay. Now, if you're promoting a one-off comic book or statue, you may be the 1 or 2 people that have that on eBay, but people do search for that specific item. Your item's gonna come right to the top regardless. But when you do a promoted listing, it's gonna help bring you higher in that category as well. That's an additional benefit with promoted listing. My cat's been yelling at me this entire time I've been filming. What's wrong? What's wrong, girl? What's wrong? She's literally just rubbing her body all over my camera. All right, next time we sold is a comic book. Now, this comic book became popular because of the Penguin show on Max right now. If you guys don't know, the Penguin show is a lot like The Sopranos, and so it's been really popular right now. This is Detective Comics 583 from 1988. First appearance of Scarface and ventriloquist, and it's a 9.2. Buyer is from Canada, so they sent me a message saying, hey, I want to buy this for a gift, but I'm not happy with paying the $35 in shipping. Unfortunately, because I do have my account set for the global shipping program, they would have to pay a separate shipping charge for me to ship it to Illinois, and then from Illinois, eBay would ship it to Canada for me, which helps protect me with the eBay International Global Shipping Program. So what I did was I told the buyer, I say, hey, you know what? There's nothing I can really do but the shipping. eBay controls that. What I can do is I'll give you a $10 discount on the book. Sold this for $79.99 plus shipping. Buyer was happy with that, got me a sale. I literally have like 10 to 25 cents in that book. Pressing and grading cost me about 30 bucks. I'm walking away with like 40 bucks, so I'm happy with that. There's a lot of people that are against eBay's promoted listings because I think it's just a money grab by eBay. eBay is trying to increase their revenue, find different ways and make us pay more to promote our items to get sales. And there is some truth behind that, you know? eBay is a publicly traded company. They have to do things to try to boost revenue for their shareholders. You know, they're going to find different ways to raise revenue, but try to be very creative with it. This is a fee that they're going to charge you if you want to get additional eyes on your product. Well, you have the option not to do it, but by not doing it, you also hurt yourself too. So you're almost kind of forced into doing it. Next time we sold it is a cassette tape, Nirvana Nevermind. Picked this up at the local flea market. You guys haven't seen that video. It's going to drop here soon. Paid 10 bucks for an entire bag of cassette tapes, and we sold this for $19.99 plus shipping. And this is one of the items that just sold real fast. I listed it competitively. Even though I did promote it at 2%, a bunch of that sold for like 20 bucks recently, so I priced at $19.99 and it sold immediately. Next time we sold on Whatnot Marketplace, this is Wolverines. This is X-Men Origin for Xbox 360 featuring Wolverine. Took off after the Deadpool Wolverine movie dropped, and it's still super hot right now. I think I had it listed for like 85 bucks. I sent me an offer, I think for like 70 bucks, so I took it. I had $70 plus shipping. I paid $1 for this at a garage sale. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't like paying fees either. If I'm paying eBay 13%, and if I promote an extra 2 to 3 or even 5% or even 7%, I'm giving them 20% of my revenue for my listings. Just imagine how much money I would spend if I had to pay to get my own website designed, list all my items on my website, then I would have to pay to promote those listings. Same thing, if I had a brick and mortar store to get people to go to my store, I'm going to pay a ton of money to get on advertising, get people traffic through that store. Same thing if I had my own website. Your fees aren't bad on eBay compared to like Poshmark, because Poshmark is 20%. But the big advantage that you do have on eBay is you have over 130 30 million users on there. I don't mind paying eBay fees, and I don't mind actually paying extra money to promote my items if it helps boost my sales. The only thing that sucks is if we're all promoting, then we're in the same boat as is. That's why it's so important to have your listing stand out by having great photos. I think competitor pricing is actually a bigger thing than actually promoting your listing. Because if your items has a fast sell-through rate, competitor price, it's going to sell. Next time we saw was actually a Nintendo DS game. I have actually never seen this game before. When I picked up in a giant lot, I wasn't sure if this had value or not. Usually when you find those weird one-off games you've never seen before, they usually have some type of value. In my community, they have their own marketplace. Someone put up like 25 games or 30 games for like $1 a piece, and this is one of them that was in there, so I picked them all up, and we got, I think, $9.99 plus shipping on this. Next time we sold is like an adult art book, I guess, called Mirage by Boars. You guys see this name, pick them up. They do sell well. Paid up for that. I think I paid like $7 for that at a garage sale, and we ended up getting $19.99 plus shipping for it. Ironically, that sold with a promoted listing, which is funny because that's what the topic is. That's what we're discussing today, is promoted listings. Next time we sold another book. I love selling graphic novels. Graphic novels do really well, especially the hardback. This one's not hardback, but just be on the lookout. And I would tell you, the biggest thing about graphic novels, come to a garage sale or a thrift store and you look at graphic novels, look in the back of them, look at the price of the book. This is a bad example for one, but this one's $14.95. I would say even if you knew nothing about graphic novels, if you look at them, there's a lot of graphic novels that sell for 100 plus bucks. 50, 60, 70 bucks is a common place of graphic novels. 30, 40 bucks. If they have a high price on them, more than likely they're gonna have a high resale value, or at least half of that resale value. So this one I listed for $39.99, and I got an offer for 25 bucks, so I took it. So I got $25 plus shipping. This is Amazing Spider-Man, the origin of the Hobgoblin. I should have read this one actually, to be honest with you. I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. But I paid 25 cents, 50 cents for this. Came from my massive graphic novel buy. Probably one of the best buys I did all year because it just keeps on consistent sales over and over again. So we got $25 plus shipping on that. It has been a long day. I think I need another cup of coffee. I literally went to bed probably like midnight last night. I was packing up some of my whatnot orders from last night. I think we had like 24 orders during that online auction, 35 or 36 orders to send out today. So packaging up almost 60 orders is a lot to do, let me tell you. What we were talking about earlier is there's a famous saying is that sometimes you need to pay to play. And what they're really referring to is that if you want to compete on eBay, they're saying is that you have to be competitive with your competition. And I will tell you this, the biggest mistake people make, people use eBay's suggested promoted listing. Because I've seen them up 15%, 17% before. On average, they're usually between like 7 and like 11%. I will say you guys do not have to go that high. People are creatures of habit. They like to use whole numbers. So if you guys do promote, instead of doing 3%, do like 3.2%, 3.1%. Get that little competitive edge over your competitors. Something I've been doing for years, especially if I do like an online auction. I have placed a bid. Normally people are gonna bid 25 bucks. I'm gonna bid 25.52 or something like that. Just to the fact that if they place a bid at 25, I place a bid at 25, I automatically get the next bid up, and then they may have an increment of like $5 or whatever it is for the next bid. And I'm a firm believer that you have to do what's opposite of what your competition is doing a lot of times. When you do promoted listings, you have two options. You can do a static listing, which is just a set rate, or you can do a dynamic rate. Dynamic rate will change with how the competition changes. So we'll go up and down with the market. I would say with the fourth quarter being here, it's going to rise over time. If you do use a dynamic rate, you can actually cap it off. So what I mean by that is, let's just say you'll promote up to a cap of say 10%. So even if the market trends at 15%, eBay is going to stop your promotion at 10%. If you guys ever try the dynamic rate on eBay for promoting listings, make sure you put a cap on it so you guys don't get caught up in that and have someone crazy go in there, put a super high promotion. Here's another example about selling items in bulk to an eBay buyer. They started sending me messages on my Washington Redskins patches, the Super Bowl patches I have, and I ended up making a deal with them on these. All right, I sold all 5 of these. I had them listed anywhere from $16.99 to $19.99. Buyer sent me an offer for 10 bucks a piece in all these, and I accepted. So I got 50 bucks for those. I had it listed anywhere, I think around like 80 bucks. One buyer, one shipment, sent them through. They've been sitting in my store for 6+ months now. I've already sold off a bunch of them. So this way I'm just trying to get rid of some of them. So because they're buying in bulk, because they're buying 5 of them, I gave them a deal of 10 bucks a piece because someone offers, hey, I'll give you 50 bucks of these. I'm gonna sell it in a heartbeat. I got 50 bucks for all 5 of those plus shipping. What are you doing? What are you doing? Off the curtain, miss. Sky, off the curtain. Get, hey. I run a halfway house for bad pets. Trying to pull orders, and this is what I go through every single day. All right, we sold 3 more Disney pins. One was on Whatnot's static marketplace. The other 2 were on eBay. Happy holidays from Club 33 from Disney. If you're not familiar, it's a VIP club in California. You need a lot of money to get in that thing. I'm mostly set up for like businesses and celebrities. Took an offer. I think it was around 30 bucks. So these two pins, so this Florida State vintage pin from the early 2000s. I had this for 15, some sent me off for 10. And this one I think we sold for Fantasyland for 35 bucks plus shipping. So those all came from my big Disney pickup. I had a lot of people comment that I overpaid, that I should have offered them less money. No, I'm being fair with them. I dealt with those guys multiple times here in the past. I've done really, really well. As of my Whatnot show last night, what I sold on eBay, I've already recouped about half my money back, about $1,000 of it. So once we sell a bunch more stuff, man, we'll be in the profits here in the next week or two. I'm gonna do another Disney show, I think next Tuesday, and that should give us a big portion of our money back. We talked about promoting this thing, so I'm curious. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys promote? Do you guys promote? Do you not promote? If you do promote, let me know the percentages that you guys do promote. So I went sourcing yesterday at the flea market. It was Veterans Day. Normally the flea market's really busy on the holidays, but unfortunately, I think because of the hurricane still, probably about the 75% of people as normally is. Fair share of people there. There's still a ton of stuff to buy. It just wasn't as packed as it normally is. Things are starting, slowly getting back in the track. As you see, I'm getting a lot of sales here. No real big sales, but hopefully they'll be coming here soon. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. I didn't buy as much as I normally do, so I've been trying to cut down the amount of stuff I bought. I did make some really cool buys. You'll see that in my upcoming picker video. I miss the flea market. I love going to the flea market, meet a lot of cool people. One of my favorite places to source, just because there's so much stuff in a concentrated area, even though you do have to pay up for stuff. But you just got to find the items that the vendors don't value as well. We sold a box of cards, hockey set from the early 90s. Upper Deck here. Picked up like 6 of these in a big lot, a collection I bought a long time ago. I finally got around to listing them, and we had a list. I think we got $14.99 plus shipping on this. Garage sales are my favorite place to source, just because you get the highest return on your investment, followed by flea markets, followed by maybe estate sales, and then probably my last place I like to source is going to be like a thrift store. Just not a big fan of thrift stores. Granted, I've gone to thrift stores a lot. I don't get as excited as I do with like a garage sale or like a flea market. This next sale is probably my favorite sale. Very unique items I sold. All right, these are little pewter shot glasses. I used to bartend back in the day, put myself through college, and I know that Jaeger has collector sets that do come in these little pewter little shot glasses here. I got $9 plus shipping for this. They usually go for between like 10 to 15 bucks. But these guys are, as you can tell, these ones are big ones. These are solid, very heavy, and the design on these are great. There's an elephant, there's a deer. They were selling around anywhere from 25 to 35 bucks. I had them listed for $39.99 best offer because I had some on there that no one else had at the time. I paid $10 for a huge bag of these. It came with 4 of the small Jaeger, 5 Jaeger ones, I think. All 4 of those big ones, and I paid $10 for the whole bag at the garage sale. Buyer reached out to me, sent me $20 off, 50% on offers on all 4 of those big ones. Now, normally I probably wouldn't accept it, but since I only paid $10 for the entire lot, and he's offered me $89 for all 5 of those, I'm just gonna take it. I can't pass that up, even though it's about 50% what I had it listed for. But at this point in time, let's take the money, let's get that money back in, and just rinse and repeat. So we got a total of $89 plus shipping on those. One of my biggest pet peeves anytime there's a holiday weekend is when people message me and be like, hey, when are you gonna ship out my item? A lot of people don't even realize that certain holidays happen. For example, yesterday was Veterans Day. Yeah, someone bought something for me on Sunday, sent me a message Tuesday morning, was like, hey, when are you gonna ship out my item? Let them know, hey, it was a holiday yesterday, my item wasn't shipped out, so your item's actually going out today. This girl loves to be outside. Hi. You wanna go outside? Your tail wagging. You wanna go outside? We sold a banner for Budweiser. This is a rock, paper, scissors contest. It's great for man cave. They've got these in a giant poster buy I did 2 years, probably a year or 2 ago. And they've just been sitting in my stores. I think I had it listed for 18 bucks and the buyer sent me an offer for $9 or 10 bucks. I just took it. So I got $9 plus shipping. It's one of those items that was just kind of a throw in when I bought a massive lot. I had them up there, I had them in a tote. They don't take up much room. At this point in time, I'm just happy to see them go. I forgot they were even in my store. All right, next time we sold is a Columbia jacket. Jackets have been selling great for us right now. This is the quilted Columbia jacket. It's a smaller size, or I would have got more money for this one. I think I had it listed for $34.99. Buyer sent me an offer for $28 and I took it. So I got $28 plus shipping. This is the time of year, guys, if you have any jackets, start listing them because jackets have been selling good. I just sold 2 or 3 jackets this weekend and I'll probably start selling a lot more as it starts getting cooler outside. All right, we sold 2 slot cars. As you guys know, if you guys have followed this channel for any point in time, I did a massive slot car buy about 2 years ago, and I've just been slowly selling them off over time. We made our money 10 times over in this buy. I spent $2,000 on 184 slot cars, and we have done so well. So this one right here, this XX for I think $29.99, and sold this one here for $39.99. I think I only have maybe 4 or 5 left. The ones we do have left, then we have a couple of loose ones. So we pretty much have sold off 90% of the collection. But these are just stragglers we have left. They don't take up much room, so. All right, I got a couple more orders to pull here, and I got it packaged up and shipped out because it's getting late. I still got to edit a video today. Anytime I go to flea market, it's always hell the next day after the flea market. Let me tell you, so much stuff to do. Because when you go to the flea market, it's so hot out. I'm there for 4 or 5 hours, and when I get home, I don't want to do anything. I'm all sweaty, you're tired, we're getting up super early, even though I did a lot yesterday. Next time we sold here is Aurora. This is a Disney showcase piece. We sold this on Macari. I think I had it listed for $64.99, and then I think we sold it for $54.99, I think. I think I paid like 15 or 20 bucks for that. We sold a movie vinyl poster. It's tall, you can't really see it here. I'll put a picture up here on the screen right here. This is the Looney Tunes one for Heather Locklear. This is from the Looney Tunes movie back in 2000 with like Steve Martin and Brendan Fraser. They came out with like 4 or 5 of these vinyl movie posters, and they were put in the lobby of movie theaters. When I bought a box of posters at the flea market, this is probably like a year and a half ago. You want to make a deal for everything, the vinyl posters, everything. I got like 20 something vinyl posters that, like the big ones, like they're 6 or 8 foot long. Put them in the lobby of movie theaters, and I got like 3 or 4 of these Looney Tune ones. Buyer, I think, is buying this because they're going to, I think, an R-Graph convention to get this R-Graph, which I'm thinking based on the information that he was telling me. Had it listed for $129.99, sent buyer an offer for $99.99, and buyer accepted. So we got $100 plus shipping. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Next Tuesday, we'll be going live and whatnot for another Disney pin show. You guys don't wanna miss those. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys do like and subscribe. Until next time, make sure you guys keep flipping and punching.